Yeah, this camera is definitely crooked. Okay, there we go. Hey you, it's Kyla Lou, and welcome back or welcome to my channel. And can I say, I love the style we've got going on here. I love your outfit. I love how it matches together, or maybe we're going for like the cool, it's not matching kind of look. You're looking good, my friend. Today, I'm gonna show you guys 5 really easy and fun things you guys can do within your ClickFunnels account. Now, most of these, let me check. I think all of these are going to require most of them are gonna require a little bit of coding, but disclaimer here, okay? I am not a coder by any means. I just know that if you put in these random numbers and words into, some coding, that it does certain things. If I can do it, you guys can do it. If there's any developers out there who are watching this, I'm gonna just apologize right now. While ClickFunnels is already a pretty easy software to use in regard to building really cool and functional funnels, sometimes you wanna be able to add things in that maybe ClickFunnels doesn't have the immediate capabilities to do. And if that is something you guys are interested in watching, then you know the drill, just continue watching. Okay, so the first thing that I'm going to show you guys is coding to prevent image stacking. Now, if you're not 100% sure of what I mean, let me go ahead and build it out for you, show you guys, and then show you how to remedy it with some coding. So here I am on my ClickFunnels account. I just built a really quick test funnel for the purpose of this video. So let's go ahead in on the page, and here we are, tip number 1, prevent image stacking. So let me go ahead and build this out. So I'm going to add a new row with, let's do 3 columns. And then I'm going to add in, I want to do some images, okay? Now I'm gonna go through pretty fast through this process of adding images, right? Adding rows, maybe duplicating or cloning certain sections. And if you guys want me to make a video of just like the really basics of ClickFunnels, I can absolutely do that. So let me know down in the comments below, but I'm gonna breeze past that really quickly. So now I need to go ahead and add in some images here. So I'm gonna click on the image icon. And for right now, I'm just gonna add in some basic logos that everybody knows. So that way they're pretty recognizable. So we'll go ahead and add those in. Okay, so there you guys can see my 3 images right in a row. And if I go over here to my mobile version, you can see now because it is a smaller screen, it's stacked the images. So now let's say we want to use coding to make it so those images don't stack on top of each other if they are on the mobile screen or just a smaller screen than your desktop, okay? So we're gonna go back over to the desktop. So this looks good, we love it here, but we wanna change it for those smaller screens. So first what we're gonna do is we're gonna go here into the settings of the row, and down here at the bottom, you'll see a couple things. And I'm gonna go over here to get CSS info, and I'm gonna click on that. And we're gonna copy this CSS ID selector. So I'm gonna copy that there, Command C, because I'm on a Mac. We're gonna go to custom CSS, and we're gonna go ahead and paste that right in there. Then next, we're gonna add in a curly bracket. And for most of the coding for CSS, I'm not sure how it is for other coding, you're gonna deal a lot with these curly brackets. So you're typically gonna add in something here at the front, which is basically telling the code what to focus on. And then your code is gonna be in curly brackets. Do I really know why that is a thing? No, but I just know that it works. Okay, so now we have our code. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and copy and paste that in there. So let me walk you through this, okay? So first we have display, then we have a colon, and then I typed in flex with a semicolon. Then on our next line, we've got flex dash flow, colon, row no wrap, and then a semicolon. And then we've got align dash items, colon, baseline, semicolon, and then we close off this specific code with a curly bracket. Now, I want you guys to pay attention to the colons and the semicolons. They are important, so if you need to pause this video and really check this to make sure all of those are in the right place, because if they're not, sometimes the code will not work. So we're gonna go ahead and exit out of this screen. Now you can see here, okay, nothing seems to have changed, but if we go over here into the mobile version, ta-da, you can see now our images are not stacking. Any edits you do make on that mobile, specifically for this coding, is going to affect the desktop. Because normally in ClickFunnels, you can go in and make this section mobile only. So that way you can do all the edits for the phone, and then you can go in on the desktop and make it desktop only. If you want to do that, you can go here into the settings and click on mobile or desktop only. But for this specific code, I'm not sure exactly what it is. Maybe if you guys know the answer to that, it reverts all the coding that you do when you make it mobile only. So that's the only funky thing about this code, but that's how you prevent the image stacking. Now, the second tip that I'm going to show you guys is how to add a video background onto your sales funnels. Now, when I learned this, I thought it was the coolest thing ever, so I totally have to share it with you guys. So the first step is to find the video for our background. And I actually went here onto Pexels, and Pexels is great because it's a really great place to get free stock photos and videos. And this is where we're going to find our video. So I'm gonna search something a little random because I want a video that has movement, right? But I don't want something that is too distracting for this particular funnel. So I'm just gonna search like dry plant on wall. And here it's gonna pull up a bunch of different photos. And if you want to switch it to videos, you're going to go up here to the top and click on videos. And they give you so many options. Now, ideally, when it comes to picking a video for your funnel, you're going to want to go with a horizontal video, not one that's vertical. But a vertical one can still work. And as I scroll down here, I actually really love this video. Now with Pexels, you can hover over the video and it will give you a preview of what the video is. So we're going to go ahead and click on it here. And it's going to tell me the creator of this video. Now, make sure you guys, when you are building your funnels, you check the licenses for all of your videos and make sure that you're good, copyright wise. And you can check that out down here with the info. So if I click on that, it will give me some info here about the video. And also you can see where it says license, free to use, and no attribution required. But make sure you go ahead and check out that, learn more about the license, and make sure you're all good there. But now that I found a video that I like, I'm gonna go ahead and download it for free. And then I'm gonna hop over here to my YouTube channel. So you guys can see here, I uploaded this video. Now the video is not initially 5 minutes and 11 seconds long. So really quick in between this step, I just went on to iMovie. I uploaded that footage that I just downloaded from Pexels, and I went and just copy and pasted a duplicate of the same video to make it a little bit longer, okay? So literally nothing fancy. I just copied and pasted the clip a couple times over to make it a 5-minute video, and you'll understand why I did that in just a second. So I exported that from iMovie, uploaded it to YouTube for free, and made the video unlisted. And now right here, I'm in my YouTube Creator Studio. I'm just gonna click on Get Shareable Link. So that link is really important there. You can also, if you are on your YouTube channel, you can go and let's say this is the video that I wanted to use for the background of my funnel. You can go here to this share button underneath the video. And if you click on this link right here, this one, that is the video that you are going to use in your sales funnel. So now that we've got that link copied, let's go back over onto our sales funnel. And up at the top here in settings, we're gonna go to background. Now this is dealing with the settings for the entire funnel. So here you can add in a background image, but we're gonna do a background video. So right here where it says false, we're gonna click on true, and you can see YouTube URL. That's where we're gonna copy and paste that URL we just copied. Oh, I copied. Okay, one second. You guys can see there's the thumbnail for the video. Let me go back and actually copy the link for the right video. Okay, get shareable link. Let's go back to the funnel. Delete that link and add in, okay, there's the background that I wanted, perfect. Okay, and right here where it says video image, this is the video thumbnail, so I have it selected there, or you can do original settings. Now for this video that I uploaded to YouTube from Pexels, YouTube just gives you some default thumbnails that you can choose from, and that's what I did. I didn't do any work creating a thumbnail. And then you can look at the different things here. Now at the bottom, the end action, I'm gonna just leave these all blank and leave this volume on mute. This end action loop video, that is what I want. And the reason why I made the video longer is so the loop doesn't happen so quickly. So that's the only reason why I made the video longer, but you can have it loop there or redirect to a URL, show pop-up, or hide video. So we're gonna keep it on loop, click off of it there. And I'll talk about this section here in just a moment, but let's click save. Don't forget to save your work as you continue building in ClickFunnels, because it is so frustrating if you're building, you forget to save, and either something happens and ClickFunnels freaks out or your computer freaks out and you lose all of the edits that you made. And we're gonna go up here and click on preview. And now you guys can see I have a video playing in the background of my funnel. Cool. So if we go back here to the funnel again where we were editing, okay, so that deals with the background of the entire funnel like I was mentioning before, but like you guys can see here with this section, I am making this section a different background color than the rest of the funnel. So you can go ahead and do that for sections and rows. So you can do that just by utilizing this BG color here, clicking on that, and you can change the background color of the specific sections, but then you can just leave the video there for the entire funnel. So that is really cool and a really fun trick that I learned. The third tip that I want to show you guys today is how to add a custom shadow into your ClickFunnels sales funnel, okay? So first, let me build out this row to show you guys. So underneath here, let's add a new row, do one column here, and let's just add in a headline, okay? So we can see that. So now I want to go ahead and make this row a different color. So for background color, I'm going to select this and let's do this green, okay? So that looks good. So there's our row. Now within ClickFunnels, you can just automatically add in a shadow. So to do that, I'm gonna go into the settings for the row. We're gonna go into advanced. And right here where it says drop shadow, okay, right now it's on no shadow. If I go to do 40% drop shadow, you can see it gives us a little bit of shadow there on the row. And again, if I go back into settings and into advanced, you can also do a 40% inner shadow. So you can see it makes it look like it's going in, right? Inner shadow. So there's that there, and let's do that so you guys can see. There's definitely a shadow there on the element, which is nice, and you can edit that and use that really quickly if you want. But if you want a more defined or specific shadow, let me show you guys how to do that. So I'm just gonna clone that row, and then let's take off the second shadow there. Okay, so I'll be showing you guys the custom shadow with this second version here. So what I'm gonna do is go over to this link, which is the box shadow CSS generator. And I'll make sure to have this link down in the description below. But if we scroll down here we have our test box, and we're gonna customize our shadow from this point. So you can see all of these different knobs here that we can adjust for the settings of our shadow. So the horizontal shadow length, you can see I can push it out as far as I want or in. So that looks good to there. And then vertical, let's pull it down just a little bit. Then I want to blur it so it's not so harsh of a shadow, okay? And you can change the color. So right now the color is black, and you can change the opacity. You can customize that completely to how you want it. So now once that's done, let's really quick go back over into our sales funnel. And for this row, we're gonna go into settings, and I'm gonna go down here and click on get CSS info. So I'm gonna click on that and copy that. And then here in settings, I'm gonna go into custom CSS. So there is the coding we were doing for the image stacking. So I'm gonna go just down below that, click on paste that, and then we'll do curly brackets, okay? Now let's go back over here to our box shadow, and we're gonna just copy and paste. So I can highlight that and copy it, or I can click on this button and it will tell me that it is copied. And then over here, I'm gonna copy and paste that in. And let's return and do a curly bracket to close it. And now you can see there is my custom shadow over that second row. So this is the shadow that we use that you can easily add in straight from ClickFunnels, but this is adding in my custom shadow with just a little bit of coding. And it's awesome because you don't actually have to type in any of the code. Literally, you create your custom shadow here, and then this is the code that you need, and you just literally click on copy. Make sure you get the CSS ID selector from the row or element that you want to put a shadow on, and then you can copy and paste it in there. Okay, so I just showed you guys how to add a custom shadow onto your different elements and rows and sections in ClickFunnels. And now I want to show you guys how to add a custom gradient background. And it just makes it look so cool. I love adding gradient backgrounds, and I'm going to show you guys how to do this really, really easily. So first thing that we're going to do is I'm actually going to take the section of my funnel here, and we're gonna go ahead and get the CSS info. So I'm gonna click on that, and we're gonna copy and paste the CSS ID selector, and we're gonna go into our settings, custom CSS, and we're gonna create a new row. So row number 9 is where we're working from, and I'm gonna add in a curly bracket there. So now we are all ready to go. Now we need to create the gradient background. And what's really cool is this website here. So this website is called Gradient, and I will make sure again to link that down in the description below. And you guys can see here, you've got a bunch of different gradients that you can create within it, going different directions and different colors. And this is where you can really customize your gradient. So I actually really love this gradient here. But let me show you guys how to edit this really quick. So you've got different colors, so I can switch the colors here by clicking on the little circle, and I can drag this bar to different colors, or I can copy and paste the numbers for the colors in there. So that is really cool. If you want to add another color onto your gradient, you can click on this and it will add another color in. And here on the left, this is the degrees of your gradient. So I can switch it here, I can click on it, and actually just, if I click on it here, I can rotate where the gradient is going. Yes, so that is really, really cool that they do that. Let's go back to the 160 that they had. And then here you also have additional settings for how much space each color takes up. So it makes it really, really easy to customize the gradients there. And once you're happy with how the gradient looks, I'm actually gonna go up here to these little like tabs and click on copy CSS, and it will tell me there that it is copied. We'll go back to the funnel here, and I've got my custom CSS already open with the section ID already pasted. And I'm gonna paste in that gradient for our gradient background. And you can see here, there is the gradient background. So freaking cool. Let's give it a little bit more space from the other row that we have up top. So I'm just gonna increase the top margin there. Now you may notice, you can kind of see this like green line right underneath that background. And that is a little bit annoying. And the easiest way to fix that is go into settings. I don't know why it does this, but sometimes when you copy and paste in the gradients, it will add in a background color. So here you can see that BG color right here. And I can go in, I can make it white, I can click on that, or you can just drag this over here and it will make it completely transparent so you can't see the background. And there you guys can see a custom gradient background in your section. Really cool, makes your funnel look really awesome and unique, and it's super easy to do. The very last tip that I have for you guys is adding in a custom font into your sales funnels. So here I've already got it set up, adding a custom font, and I've got a headline, a subheadline, a paragraph, and a button. So really quick, if you're just starting building funnels in ClickFunnels, if I go over here into the settings, you can see right here, font family, that's where I can go ahead and change the font. So if I click on it here, select a font, it will give me some of ClickFunnels like basic fonts that they have set up. So they've got a bunch of different ones here. If I scroll down, they've got like 4 sections that you can choose from really quickly, okay? So there's those fonts there, but you can also go here where it says browse all Google fonts, and you can search for different fonts here, and they're gonna have a bunch of different options for you guys, okay? So you can check that out there, but let's say you've looked at this option, you've looked at the option that they have there in ClickFunnels, and they don't have the font that you want to use. So let me show you guys how to add in the custom font from Google, okay? So let's go back here, and now we need to go and find our font. So I'm gonna go over here onto Google Fonts, and I'm actually gonna just search for the font that I want, which is Amatic, whoops, I can't spell. There it is, Amatic. This font is super cute. It kind of reminds me of like the Ray Dunn font, if you guys know what I'm talking about. So I'm gonna click on this. This is the font that I want, and you can see the different styles here. So they've got regular 400 and bold 700 there. And what we're gonna do is go up here to where it says download family, meaning the 2 font families there, and we're gonna click on download. It downloaded it as a zip file. So if I go back here into my Finder, let's click on this. I'm gonna double click on that zip file, and it's gonna go ahead and open that for me. So here you guys can see, this is the file right here for the bold font. And if I click on that, it should give me a preview of the font. And this is the file for the regular font, okay? So now that we have those files all ready to go, let's go back into ClickFunnels here. So this is the funnel that we've been working on, okay? But I wanna save this page really quick. We're gonna go into our ClickFunnels account. So if you're on this page here, you can go up here to exit, or what I normally do is I will just open this editing page on a new tab so I can quickly go back to my ClickFunnels account. Up here in the top right-hand corner, you're gonna click on Account Settings, and these are the settings for your entire ClickFunnels account. So you can find a lot of useful things here on this page, but we're gonna go over here to digital assets on the left-hand side and click on that. And then here you can see manage digital assets. We're gonna click on add new asset. Okay, and right here, we're going to upload a file. So I'm gonna choose a file here, and we're gonna select the Amatic SC regular, okay? And you wanna make sure that these files are TTF. I'm not sure what it is, but there are some text files that I think are OTF, and I tried that in the past and they did not work for me. I'm not sure why. If you guys know why, then let me know, or you found a way to make that work. But for right now, for this example, I know that the file, in order for it to work with this method, it needs to be TTF. So we're gonna click on open. So now we've uploaded that, and I'm just going to go ahead and name the asset. So here I've already typed it in, Amatic SC regular, and I just made it all one word, and I found that makes it a lot easier when you're going in to do the coding. So I just make it all one word, makes it a lot easier. And then you don't need to worry about this from name, from email, or message. We're just gonna go ahead and click add. So now that you guys can see, we've added that in there. Right before we leave and go back to our funnel, I'm gonna go over here to these three dots and click on those. And then we have either download digital asset or copy asset path. And I'm gonna click on that there. So now it will be copied, and we're gonna go back to our funnel. Okay, so now let's go, we're gonna go into settings and click on custom CSS. And let's create a new row. So now we need to create the settings and telling ClickFunnels that this is the font we want to use. So we're gonna do @font-family, and then we're gonna add in a curly bracket there. And then I'm gonna put this on a new row. We're gonna do font-family. We're gonna do a colon, and then I'm gonna add in this little, what's that called? Oh, the word has completely escaped me. We're gonna do that symbol. It's when you add in quotations, instead of adding quotation marks, you add in that little dash at the top. I completely forgot what that is called. It's literally called an apostrophe. And then we're going to add in the name of our digital asset. So it would be Amatic SC regular. And this is what I mean by making it all one word. It makes it a little bit easier. And then I'm gonna add in that other quotation there. And then I'm gonna add in a semicolon. And then just below that, we're gonna do SRC. We're gonna add a colon, and we're gonna type in URL, and I'm gonna add a bracket here, another symbol, and then we're gonna copy and paste that link that we just copied from our digital asset. I'm gonna add that symbol again, that like quotation symbol, and then close it off. This is not a curly bracket here, so this is just a normal bracket, and then we're gonna go down below and close that all off with a curly bracket. So now nothing should have changed within your funnel, right? We're just setting it up to tell ClickFunnels that this is the font we want to be able to use. Wait, Houston, we have a problem. Hold the phone. I lied to you guys. I'm so sorry. So let's go back here into the custom CSS. Hold up right here where it says font-family. It needs to say font-face. Okay, make sure you make that adjustment. I'm sorry I lied to you. I'm sorry I led you astray. I promise I won't do that again. But if you have it font-family there at that very first part, it's not going to work. Okay, so font-face. Now we are ready to go on and add in our custom font. So I'm super excited for this. So let me pull up this note here. So as you guys can see, let me pull it down so you guys can read it. So this is the custom font CSS. So for headings, paragraphs and bodies, subheadings, buttons, bold, and navigation. This is what you're going to add in before you add in this section. Okay, so let me show you this. So let's say we want to add in a heading. So we're going to do .hs size 3. So I'm going to copy and paste that right here. Okay, then I'm going to add in a curly bracket. And on the next row here, let's pull this up again. You're going to do font-family, colon, and then the font you are using. So the name of your digital asset in ClickFunnels with those dashes. Don't forget those, and then a semicolon. So I'm gonna copy and paste that along with a curly bracket, closing it off. So let's copy and paste that there. So there is the heading, okay? So that's the code meaning headings. And then we're gonna do font family, colon, the name of our digital asset with those two dashes there, and then a semicolon, okay? So now if I exit out of this, there you can see my headline is in the Amatic SC font. So let's say I wanted to make this bigger here, and let's make that top, oh, not the margin, excuse me, font size here. I want to increase that there, so that's awesome. And you guys can see it made the headings on the rest of my funnel here in that same font. So that's super cool. So now let's say we don't want it to be the headings. Instead, I want it to be just the paragraphs, okay? So that's h.hs size 1. I'm gonna copy and paste that, and I'm just gonna replace this heading here with that specific code. And you can see here, it changed from the headings to the paragraph or body text of my funnel is now that custom font. So again, I'm gonna increase the font size so you guys can see. Super, super freaking cool. So let me show you guys for the rest of this. Obviously, if you want, you could go through and have a different line for each of these. So let's say I'm good with the paragraph, and now I want to add in, let's see what's next on our list. Okay, you have the subheading, good, but let's do a button, okay? So that's .el button main. So I'm gonna copy and paste that there, and then curly bracket, and I'm just gonna copy and paste this here and add it in right there. Let's exit out, and now you guys can see here on my button that custom font is in there. So freaking cool. And then for anything that is bold, you're just gonna do a B. So let's go again, go to the CSS here. So if I go below here, you're gonna just do a B. And then again, we're gonna copy and paste just this little section here, which is curly bracket, font dash family colon, the name of the digital asset, and then a semicolon. Copy and paste that with the curly closed brackets, and you can see now anything that is bolded, so this headline is bolded here, but none of these other headlines are bolded, so it's not going to go and change that custom font. Now the last thing that I wanted to show you guys is for navigation bars. So I'll just go ahead and add it down here at the bottom, but typically navigation bars are going to be at the top of your funnel. But let's go ahead, it's add a new element. And if I scroll down here, where is it? Navigation. So I'm gonna click on this. This is a navigation bar. You can actually change the custom font of the navigation bar as well, which is so freaking cool. Let's go to custom CSS again, and let me pull this up. And I will leave all of these codes right here down in the description below. But you are literally just going to type UL, okay? And then we're gonna copy and paste our curly brackets, font family, same thing. And now you guys can see that the navigation bar, let me make the text a little bit bigger so you guys can see. So I just click on that navigation, and down here at the bottom, font size, I'm going to just drag that to the right. You can see it has changed the custom font for that. So really cool, some really easy coding to add in those custom fonts that may not be directly available within ClickFunnels. So there you guys go. I really enjoyed doing that video for you guys, and I really hope you found some value. If you did, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe, because it seriously helps support my channel so much. Everything that I talked about in today's video, I'll make sure to link down in the description below, along with all of the coding that I did, so you guys can literally just copy and paste that and then add in the necessary changes, right, for your fonts, or the different ID selectors for your different rows and sections. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask those down in the comments section below. And if you guys are struggling with different pieces of code, I literally typed in family instead of face, and that can affect if the code works or not. So double check your code, make sure that you've got everything all set there. And sometimes it's literally just a really quick fix to make everything work. I hope you guys have an amazing day, and I will catch you on the next video. Bye dudes!